What's up, guys? We're starting this video off from the future. So it's been a couple weeks since I uploaded last and a lot has happened. So I did attempt a first start. I'm not going to spoil what happened, but I mean, you can probably guess since the car looks like this now. I'm going to walk through a couple things that I did before I tried to start it for the first time, get you guys up to speed. For starters, you can see that I no longer have that janky oil pressure sending unit. This is a Honeywell oil pressure sensor. It's going to be a lot more accurate. Looks a lot cleaner too. I also deleted the idle control valve. My tuner did not want me to run that, so I got these crazy expensive silicone coolant bypass caps, but they are good up to like 25 psi, so shouldn't have any problems with those blowing out. I have one here on the charge pipe and then one underneath the manifold right there. I also got all of the most of the wiring finished up. It all fits underneath the factory ECU box. I started a little side quest. I started to fabricate an intercooler duct. Previously, you know, there's all this gap around the intercooler for air to go around the intercooler, and that's not ideal. Cut a large section of the bumper out. I'm probably gonna go in and clean this up a little bit. This bumper's smoked, so it was a good test dummy, but regardless, I'm hoping to maybe paint this or wrap it to match the rest of the car. Coming over here, these are the pieces for the intercooler duct. I started putting it together, but that's not quite finished yet. I got most of the interior buttoned up, with the exception of the glove box. I still have to mount the digital dash and then put the steering column covers back on, but other than that, the interior's finished. That pretty much sums it up for everything else that I did before the first start. So I'm gonna cut to some clips of the first start attempt. I had a friend come over and help me, you know, shoot timing, crank the car while I was shooting base timing, and then turn the key while I was recording so that I could get some video footage of it. So I'm gonna cut to that right now. Ready? Give it a little rev if you can.
A few moments later.
So we know the car runs, right? That was a huge hurdle. I was super nervous. I had said before that this is the furthest I've gone into rebuilding an engine, down from the bare block, all new bearings, piston rings, and wasn't just like a stock rebuild either. I spent a good amount of money on some forged rotating parts and cams and all that stuff. So needless to say, I was super nervous for the first start, but everything went really smoothly, runs really good. It's just on a base map right now. We did a little bit of tweaking with throttle response and stuff like that, so I could give the car some revs and seat the rings. Still have to do that, but what's next on the list is to retorque the head studs, or check the torque on the head studs. I know that you want to do this with new head studs after like a heat cycle on the engine, and these were the studs from the last motor, and so they've been torqued one time. I feel like it's a good, it's good practice to check them. You know, it's a new gasket, it compresses, whatever. So I'm gonna go through the process of retorquing the head studs now. Get the positive gable out of the way. Unplug the coil packs. Unbolt the coil packs. Get the breather lines out of the way. I'm so tempted to just take my tools and throw them on the strut tower because I've never had a nice painted engine bay before. I gotta stop myself from doing that to keep it that way. Remove the coil pack harness. Coil pack grounds. Now we should have access to all of valve cover nuts, bolts, whatever you want to call them. We'll pop this windage tray off. Engine looks really clean inside. I don't see anything alarming, no debris, nothing scary so far. Let's get these studs torqued down. All right, so I'm gonna check these to 85 foot-pounds. I'll go ahead and just start from the middle, work my way out. Yeah, so they all torqued without any movement at all, so that's, I think, a good sign. I'm not going to show you putting everything back together because I don't really see the point. So next time you see this, everything should be put back together. Cool. That was easy. This next piece is one of my favorite things about the engine bay in this car. It's nothing super special, but I think it really just completes the look, ties everything together really nicely. This is an Anderson Speed Steel, or ASS, beauty cover. It comes laser engraved with all the lines and the BMW logo in it, but it's all this raw, like brushed stainless look. And I decided I wanted to torture myself, and I taped off all of the lines and the BMW logo, and I painted it, and so that it would look even more OEM. And I think it came out really nice. It has, you know, the dual layer stainless heat shield with an air gap, so it helps, you know, protect the coil pack harness from heat, protects the valve cover gasket from drying up, burning up, and it's overall just, it's a really nice piece. So I added a little bit more heat proofing just because, you know, the downpipe's right there. But enough talking, let's get this thing on. And just like that, the engine bay is done. It's been so long since I've seen this all put together. So next steps, seeing as the car runs and there's really no problems with it, knock on wood, I gotta put the front end back on, get the headlights on, finish up my intercooler duct that I'm making, and then it's time to take it on the road and get this thing dialed in and get it fully tuned. I plan on getting it tuned on pump gas, and then as soon as that's all done and taken care of, I'm gonna book some dyno time and get it on E45. It is flex fuel now, so I'll be able to, you know, run gasoline or E85 or a mixture of both. Let's be honest, I'm gonna run E85 all the time. So I think I'm gonna close out the video here. So for those of you who made it to the end of the video, thank you. Stay tuned for what's to come. Peace.